What's up, guys? Wido Dead here. Uh, oh boy. I'm doing difficult. How difficult? Difficult Far Cry is. Right. I'm gonna do 13. I'm 2013 and below. So Far Cry 3 and below. I did play Far Cry Primal 4 and 5, but not as much as 3. But I'm gonna start off with the originals, then work myself up. I never played Instinct. Okay, let's get this on. All right, let's get this on, guys. Far Cry 1. I'm not even wanted to. The PC version is absolutely atrocious. Yeah, atrocious. Oh my god! If I was live streaming this, I would be canceled so quickly. The words I'd be saying. This game is the most hardest FPS shooter I ever beaten. Even on easiest difficulty, you still die in like no more than like 3 or 4 shots. If you're lucky, 3 or 4. It's usually like if you're lucky, yeah. But close range, you gotta be always. Ugh, it's like the enemies can see you through walls. It's like they have aimbot and like how like the biome is like the jungle. It's like they're hiding inside the jungle, but the enemy. So the jungle is pretty much hiding them instead of them hiding in the jungle, which is crazy. Like 99% of the time, I was just using far range because if I was too close, I would die. I would just get obliterated. And the auto saves are atrocious. This game is brutal, brutal. Some whoever made this game was smoking crack. Um, what else can I say about the game? Yeah, there's some enemies that can pretty much one shot you, like the monsters. But if it's anything to do with explosives, if you're hiding behind cover, and if it hits the like whatever like the barrier, it won't kill you. Crazy. But if it shoots behind you, you die instantly. Uh, Anything to do with shotguns, you can die maybe 1 or 2 shots. If you're lucky, uh, you won't. You'll die you'll die like probably in 2 shots if you're lucky. But 99% of the time, I used assault rifles, and I physically had to put my screen, like my eyeballs, on the crosshair. Like I had to like pretty much lay in front of my monitor just to try to hit these crazy shots. I was so how I played it is sort of like how can I explain it? Play it like sort of like original Rainbow Six games in a way. Just it's pretty much shoot, go to cover, shoot to go to cover, and just stay in a corner until some of them are killed. Or sometimes you have to like move in, but you 99% of the time you have to crouch because that's how you get better aim at these older games. Is like you gotta crouch. Um, and it's a horror game too, which is insane. And they had super mutants pretty much before super mutants in Fallout. This game is it's a classic, but it's a nightmare. It's something. A vigilance, if this is what it's called. I'm putting it at normal. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I beat it on Dolphin. It's mid. But there's one part I do like the ending. The ending's pretty unique, but it's like it's pretty easy and fun at first, but middle of the game it can get hella boring. That's what I'm gonna say. At the end, it's pretty cool, pretty cool. But there's this one part. Oh my god, how you have to climb up walls. I had to climb on this pipe and I keep on falling because how you have to move. It's pretty much your controls are inverted, so it was extremely difficult to go through this wall. Like to like pretty much climb this wall was. Oh my god. Uh, but like I had to save a lot too. I had to save scum. That's how it is. These older games. Blood Dragon. This is quite literally one of the most unique Far Cry's ever made. And I heard their remasters sucked on console because it was still stuck at 30. They just pretty much bumped the resolution to 4K. I I can't. I don't care how low quality the game is. I want to at least be at 80 FPS or 60 in my my monitor hertz at 80. I'm not like too crazy about my FPS and my hertz on my monitor. But this game, it's awesome. It is beautiful. Um, it was okay. It's not. It was not that hard. It was extremely enjoyable. I loved it. Like 99% of the 99% of the 99% of the time, I didn't even use a car. I just jumped around. It's like the OG version of Apex mixed Cyberpunk before none of those came out, and how they did the cutscenes, it was beautiful. I never played this game for years, and now I replayed it, and yeah, I loved it. It was something. It was something. I don't know if yeah, that's it. This is pretty much what I heard. This is a remake to the original. So this is the original. This was a remake, and this is more content of this game right here. More con. How can I explain it? Blah, blah, blah. So this is original. This is a remake, and this is another remake. More. It's just pretty much more content. Uh, that's what I heard. So I never played Instincts. I think it's an Xbox exclusive, original Xbox exclusive. But yeah, let's move on. Whew. Uh, so like usually 2000 games, I'll play them on the easiest difficulty because they were smoking crack when they play these originals, and I wanted to move on and play something different. Like just today, I beat in Cry of Fear, so I'm just gonna just do a little briefing. You're pretty much a guy that got hit by a car, and and it's pretty much the engine's through Half Life, and you have to go through his mental state of health and all that, etc. Um, it was pretty difficult. I'll put it at normal, whatever it is. It was pretty difficult at some parts, but it's a very scary game, and they did a quite good job with that game. I'm pretty much going through the games that I never beaten, pretty much, or like the originals that I want to beat. So probably later on, probably gonna go through Fear. I played Fear years ago with my cousin. Man, I miss that guy, bro. He does his own thing now, but I I played a little bit of the story mode, but 99% of the time we just played multiplayer. It was like pretty much for like 2 or 3 days. Uh, I don't know how he got a copy because his mom didn't like shooters, and yeah, uh, but stuff changes when you get older. Um, but Far Cry 2, bro, you can call this Detroit Simulator. You could call this car racing simulator. It's hard annoying, but like not to the point where I want to die. It's just annoying because you have to maintain your malaria. You got to do a side mission to get more pills. If your guns jam or explode, you have to go to your armory. If you're not too close to your armory, you have to find and rely on your enemy's guns until you go to the armory and get more weapons. Uh, it's a process to get to the end, but it's I think I like it, but it's hard. I think it's pretty good though. I like it. It was different. Um, but oh my god, some of the enemies are just bullet sponges. That's all I'm gonna say. And like it's like the cars are quicker than you, but they're more what's the word? They're more precise with their car movement, and they can just cock block you in. I'm sorry for my language, but they can just pretty much block you in, and if you get killed one time by a car, you're like, because every single Far Cry game, if you get hit by a car, you're one shot and you die. I had to save scum through Far Cry 2 so many times, but it's a hell of a game. I do like it. Um, I'm Gen Z, so I'm trying to replay these older games and see how the millennials and Gen X went, and the boomer shooters, and see how hard their games was. Okay. Yeah. Far Cry 3. This was my first ever Far Cry, and the one I put dozens, hundreds of hours on. It's the story, the mapping, the gameplay. It's all perfect. Not too perfect, but it was. The one thing I can say about is that one mission, and I think it's Second Island, and you have to go through it. And I did 100% this game on PC and Xbox. All I gotta say, there's this one part where you have to go through it stealthily without getting caught. If you do, you have to restart to like your last autosave. But this game is extremely enjoyable. I'm gonna put it on for your first playthrough. It's gonna be a little challenging if you know what you're doing with FPS shooters. But I'm gonna put it on normal. Far Cry Primal, I heard it's a hard game, but I need to get it. I need to get it again. It's been years. It's been, oh my god. I remember one of my buddies I used to hang out with. He pre-ordered it and it was insane. It's like the graphics were. It's like the period when the Xbox One came out and the PS4 games were. The graphics were insane. It would blow your eyes out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and hope you like it, and please like and subscribe, and yeah, you guys have a good night, good day, or whatever you guys' time zone is. It's pretty late for me. I think it's like 1 right now, 1 a.m. uh but you guys take care. All right, see you guys. At the end of the video, I would just say with Far Cry 1 is it's a little weird, but when you shoot your enemies, your crosshair turns red, and it pretty much signals that you damaged whatever NPC that was. So if you keep on shooting that direction, it might help you if you want to try and go through these old Far Cry games. And that's all I have to say. Yeah.